Well, Wayne, welcome to the program. Great to catch up again. You've had a busy week up and down the countryside.
Yeah, I've got the feeling it's an election year, Mark. On Monday, I had Minister Willow Jean Prime on farm, talking mental health and conservation and that sort of thing. And then Wednesday, followed the National Party up the island, from Auckland up to Kerikeri, and spent some time with them as they announced their ag policy or policies, should I say, and some significant changes they're looking at bringing there.
19 changes. What's your thoughts on what they have in mind?
First thought is it's easy to say a lot when you're in opposition, so let's not get too excited. But no, it is actually really good that they have finally, from an agricultural point of view, have finally put a line in the sand and say, hey, this is what we're standing for. And I think that's what a lot of people have been waiting for in the election space and coming up to the election this year. So yeah, and some really good work they've put in there. They've listened to farmers. They've listened to some of the work that federated farmers have been doing as well, and you know, that shaped a lot of what they put out on Wednesday. So, you know, we're pretty hopeful that we can get some good results out of this, and it's good to be listened to.
Andrew Hoggart had an interesting comment as well. I thought, he says, but farmers aren't only interested in farmy things. There are other aspects that have to be ticked off as well. You know, health and education being prime, which I thought was a very valid point.
And absolutely right. You know, there's a lot of things that need a bit of work at the moment, and you know, and they're affecting all of us, particularly in our schools and the healthcare system that we're dealing with. So yeah, there's some big topics.
A lot of work to be done. Very timely, you should say that, because there's a lot of work being done on the East Coast, particularly recovery work now. How is the Farmy Army going?
Yeah, so we launched Farmy Army on the 18th of March up there, and in both Gisborne and Napier, and it's been going well. I won't say that it's been going great, Mark, because you know, we're still looking for large numbers of volunteers to get up there and help. But it has been going well. We've been on almost 200 farms now, which is great. However, you know, still looking for a large amount of support and really help. For what needs to be done. I say not what we want to be done, but what needs to be done really as well. So it's been great to get a lot of financial support, and I know a lot of farmers have offered feed support and that sort of thing. But when you've got a broken fence on farm, and you know, covered in silt and that sort of thing, you know, you just need manpower to stand it back up, and that's what we're really looking for at this moment.
So how does it work? So someone volunteers, I mean, you know, from any part of New Zealand, do they pay their own way to get up there and all that, or do they get some sort of assistance?
Yeah, so we're working on that. Like we say, we've had quite a few donations and whatnot come into the Adverse Events Trust, and so now we're actually helping support a number of people get up there and help out, particularly if they're looking to stay for a number of days at a time, and that's what it's all about, right? You know, it's easy to hand out the money to you know, you could hand out $1,000 or a couple of $1,000s to a farm, and then the fence still stays on the ground and nothing gets fixed up. So, you know, we're thinking, hey, let's put some resource into actually getting the men and women on the ground and helping them out the best we can.
What sort of people do you need? I mean, do you just need anyone? But, you know, do you need particular expertise as well?
Great question. So long story short, yeah, anyone is great, you know, because there is a job for anyone, and the number of properties we've had sign up, you know, we can match them with the skills that they have. Right at the moment, if you've got any digger skills or any, you know, heavy machinery skills type thing, that's really needed, particularly while we're trying to hold on to this last bit of good weather before winter sets in, and so that we can get some work done before it gets too wet. Obviously, fencing, anyone with skilled at fencing and has got a few skills there, you know, but we can also team them up with some of those that are maybe a little less experienced. So, you know, you've got a bunch of people running out wires and a few people banging on insulators, and then you got the skilled guys, you know, whacking in the posts and stuff like that. And you can get a lot of work done in a short space of time if that's the case. So that's what we're working on, is tying that all together and making that, trying to help out as many as we can.
And just finally, how do people get involved? Just go to your Fed Farms website? What's the story there?
Yeah, visit the Federated Farmers website. There's a Farmy Army button there. You can't miss it, and the team will be in touch. now. We've had over 600 people register to help, and obviously there's different scenarios for that. So the team have been back in contact with them this week, my understanding, and yeah, again, trying to give it a bit of a push at the moment.